So in today's video we are going to discuss about digital art or digital mandalas. So we are going to be creating some digital mandalas on iPad using the Apple Pencil. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Neha from Art and Stuff, a calligraphy and mandala artist. So if you're an artist or want to become one, consider subscribing to my channel. So in today's video, we'll be discussing about digital mandalas using the Amaziograph app. For digital mandalas, you need three things: an iPad. I'm using the most basic 10.2-inch iPad. Apple Pencil. I'm using the first generation Apple Pencil. You need to connect your Apple Pencil with your iPad and turn on the Bluetooth. Only after connecting the pencil with your iPad, you will be able to draw using the pencil. So make sure that the pencil is connected with your iPad. The third thing required is an app or software, kind of like your digital sketchbook. According to me, Amaziograph is the best app for digital mandalas. The app is available on the App Store, but it is not free. You need to buy it for something around 90 rupees, but it is a one-time investment and it's totally worth it. So once you have all the three things, you are ready to draw some digital mandalas. Now when you open the Amaziograph app, you will see a lot of options right here, like mirror, mandala, rotation, inception, kaleidoscope, etc. So this app keeps on adding new grids too. Like when I purchased the app, the inception grid was not there, and there are more new additions to the app. Again, the price is totally worth it. All of these are different types of grids. For example, the mirror, the mandala, the rotation, inception, kaleidoscope. All of these have different properties and different characteristics, and you can also adjust the grid settings and the symmetry settings in all of these options. So all of these are different types of grids available in the app. Now we'll look at all the settings one by one after we select the grid. Now I have selected the mirror grid here because the inside settings remain the same for all the grids. Now this brush icon right here is for setting up your brush. If you want to change the brush size, opacity, smoothness, etc., you can do it from here. The shape recognition setting helps you if you want to draw circles or lines or other shapes with full accuracy. Like if I want to draw a circle and keep this setting on, it will recognize and make the circle with full accuracy. But this does not help with the patterns, so I generally keep it off while drawing mandala patterns. The react to pressure setting is helpful when you want different thickness of strokes according to the pressure that you are applying to your pen. Like if I put more pressure on the pencil, the stroke becomes thick, and with light pressure on the pencil, it becomes thin. So I generally keep it off because I want all the strokes in my mandala to be same. This eraser icon is for erasing any of your mistakes. Like if by mistake I drew something I don't want, I'll use this eraser to erase it off from a particular point. The size of the eraser can also be adjusted through this bar, and every other settings can also be changed. Now this arrow shaped icon is called the paint bucket icon. This has the settings for your painting and coloring options like opacity, fade, bleed, etc. For example, if I keep the opacity at a low level, it won't be pure black in color. So depending upon your design, you can change the color settings from here. For example, if I select the black color and reduce the opacity and then tap on this circle, it will be not pure black and it will be a little grayish, hence the opacity has been reduced. So you can just change the color settings from this paint bucket icon. If you tap at this color icon, the circled one, you will see your color palette. Basically this is just your color palette but in a digital form. You can mix different colors here and make your own color palette and make your own shades. If you click at this question mark icon, they'll show you a video tutorial for the same too, like how to mix colors, how to change the color palette, etc. If you long tap on a particular color icon, you will see all the details of that particular shade, like the code and all the other components. You can also change the components to change the shade of that particular color. and once you are doing this, they'll show you the original and the new one side by side, so that you can just compare the shade and choose as per your preference. For coloring in this app, you just need to pick and tap. The color in this circle icon is currently the color of your brush, so if you just tap, that area will be covered. So if you want to draw, choose the brush icon and then draw, and if you want to fill color, choose the paint bucket icon and then just tap to fill color to a particular area. Now this arrow icon is the undo button. One of the best parts of digital mandalas is that you can simply undo all your mistakes. This icon is for layering. If you want to add more layers to your work, use this icon. We'll discuss about layering in this app in a separate video later. The last three dots icon are for other options like saving or sharing the file. Once you are done with your mandala, you can just turn off the include grid option and you will have an image without any grid lines. You can also share your file directly from this app or just save it on your device. The app automatically saves all your work, so there are no worries about that. If I click on this square icon, it will take me back to the home page and your design is saved automatically. So you can come back later and complete and edit your design. From this icon right here, you can change the canvas size and device resolution, square, A4, A5, A6 or any other. I generally use the square 4K with 4096 pixel resolution. Now coming to the mandala grid, you can change the grid settings from here. Everything remains same. You can increase or decrease your grid symmetry from this adjust grid option. If you tap on this, it gives you numerous options like 6, 8, 12, 18, 24, etc. You can also set the midpoint somewhere else, like if you want a corner mandala, you can choose any option from here or customize it using this orange dot. Just drag and place it at your preferred position. The grid number can also be changed from this bar. So this number is basically the number of grid lines. For example, if I select 1, the mandala will be divided into two parts and the number of grid lines would be 1. And if I select 2, it will be divided into 4 parts, but the number of grid lines would be 2. And so on. You can change the grid position through this black dot right here. So in this way, you can adjust the grid and the symmetry of the grid as per your preference. Now the best part about the grid is that you need to draw a pattern only once. Like if I draw a pattern here, all the other patterns are copied like a mirror image automatically. Also, you can just zoom in to draw more intricate patterns, include more colors and draw really big and intricate mandalas very easily. But of course, your drawing determines the final product. Using an app or software won't make your drawing look more beautiful. So digital mandalas are as tricky and complicated as the hand drawn mandalas. Even the shape recognition doesn't work if you draw a really bad shape. So this app basically just helps you in drawing mandalas in lesser time, as you are not drawing the same pattern over and over again. Also, this is a symmetrical grid, so sometimes the patterns would be like a mirror image and not the exact same. So you can turn off the show grid option anytime when you don't want the pattern or the color to be copied elsewhere. For example, I drew one layer with a grid, and now if I don't want the symmetrical pattern or I want different color in different areas, I'll just turn off the show grid option and then fill color in all the patterns individually. So it all depends upon your design, and keep on experimenting with different settings. Now coming to the rotation grid, this one is just like the mandala grid. It's just that in this grid the patterns rotate, while in the mandala they have a symmetry. So you can see the difference here in rotation when I just drew a line and it kind of rotates and makes a flower. Everything else and all the settings remain the same, but in the mandala it kind of is a symmetry. So it is like a flower but in another shape. So this is the difference between the rotation grid and the mandala grid. Only the patterns here are being rotated, unlike the mandala grid in which they are symmetrical. So you can choose any grid, any symmetry as you want. Now all the other grids like Inception, Kaleidoscope, Tiles, etc. are totally different from the mandala and the rotation grid. You can always adjust and experiment with the grid settings and the symmetry settings. I generally don't use all the other grids, but I find all of these really fun and therapeutic. All of the grids are just like mirrors but with a different direction and position. You can play along with all the grids and the different symmetry and grid settings and try something new every time. This app is an all-in-one place for mandalas, doodling, Zentangles, Zen doodles and all of such related art forms. Since I am a mandala artist, I use this app mostly for drawing mandalas. For all my digital mandalas, you can check out my Instagram handle Art and Stuff. I also have used one of my designs as my phone wallpaper. For deleting any of the files, just tap on select, tap on the files you want to delete and click on the dustbin icon on the top left corner. You can also save and share your files or even make a copy of the files from the top left icons. For sharing your selected files, click on this arrow icon and your image will be saved or shared as per your preference. For making a copy of any of your file, tap on this plus icon and you will have a copy of the selected files. So using these icons, you can either save or share your files and make a copy or even delete them. Lastly, you can also draw on any of the images or pictures that you have. Just tap on the import option and select the picture you want to draw on. For example, before I drew a mural on the door of my room, I clicked a picture of it and tried a digital mandala over it. You can change the grid from here, adjust the grid and symmetry options and draw your design. Change the color, brush size from here or just fill in with your desired color using this paint bucket item. So in this way you can also draw any doodles or Zentangles or patterns or mandalas on any of the images that you desire to. So that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed learning something new through this video. Don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe to my channel. See you next week with a new video. Bye.